How we all doing, YouTubers? This is the post-Christmas rant. Kind of a weird time of the year, kind of a, I don't want to say somber time of the year, but actually there's a lot to be happy about, and that's kind of what I want to talk about in this rant. Christmas 2018, of course, wrapping up a few days ago, and wow, just wow. For those of you who, watch my channel, I already kind of ruined the surprise. I got a PlayStation VR headset. That was kind of my big thing this year. And I've been playing a lot of Astrobot Rescue Mission. I've been playing a few other games, and it's awesome. And I mean, I knew it was going to be awesome. It really is, and I've mentioned this, I believe, in that rant. Like, it's not the Dreamcast, but it's probably like the closest thing I've gotten to the Dreamcast, just in terms of that wow factor. Just in terms of something I'd never seen before, and just playing it, and just, I've actually said out loud, wow, a few times while I'm playing it. There's no one in the room. Just playing Astrobot, just seeing this world open up in front of me, and just the stuff that, again, it's incredible. And Christmas 2018 was incredible, the entire day. And not to say that I'm surprised, but in a way I almost am. Not that I ever thought this was going to be a bad Christmas. As you guys know, I try to make every Christmas the best it can be, and it just seems like on one hand, it seems like the Christmas season flew by, and on the other hand, it seems like it was pretty long. Like, I can remember setting up Christmas Central in early November. I can remember checking Sears for their clearance merchandise to try and get some elements for this. That whole process. And when you're doing that, it just all seems so far away. When you're buying the gifts, you're buying, like, little decorations. It's like, oh, this is for Christmas, but that's later. And then it's like just this whirlwind of stuff. And it was a weird Christmas season, as we all know, because of my birthday bash, because of the spectacle that was. And that's another rant in itself. But December has been just an incredible month, as it always is. And as far as the Christmas season went, there was like that big rush of excitement beginning of November, setting up the magic track, setting up all these new things, because that's part of the fun of it too, is not just setting up the old stuff, but seeing like how this new stuff will incorporate into Christmas Central. And so I set all that up and started getting really pumped about Christmas. And then around Thanksgiving, I started to kind of shift my attention toward the birthday bash, because that was kind of the next thing coming up. I started getting all this stuff ready. I can't really give it away because it'll be in the birthday bash video, but I had a lot more preparation to do than usual. So for like a couple weeks, like right in the middle of Christmas season, Christmas actually kind of took a back seat to the birthday bash. And then once the birthday bash was over on December 16th, I went right back to Christmas, and it was like just this 9-day rush of just all this Christmas prep that, I had most of it done, thankfully. And this Christmas season went extremely smoothly. There's usually something that goes wrong or something that doesn't go as planned, some elusive gift. I'm trying to find somebody that I just can't find anywhere. And there really wasn't anything like that. All the decorations went up flawlessly. There weren't any problems with the lights. There weren't any problems with anything really going wrong. And that's awesome. I'm almost like flabbergasted that happened, because usually there's some kind of hold up somewhere during the Christmas preparation. That's why I give myself so much time. But I mean, I got this thing up fast, and it is one of my biggest Christmas Centrals ever. I don't know if it's my biggest, but it's still a really impressive setup. This was not easy to do by any means. And it's always kind of weird looking at Christmas Central the first few days after Christmas. It's like, it's not necessarily depressing, but it's kind of like, it's going to have to come down. Like, it's, and I eventually face that reality in like early January. Like, it's time. And that's kind of how I feel about the end of the year. There's like this week after Christmas where I'm just kind of like, what? It's time to just relax, but, eventually it's going to be time to kind of take everything apart and start over again. But, I'll worry about that when it happens. For right now, I'm just kind of catching my breath still from what was an amazing Christmas. And I don't want to give away too much about what happened on Christmas, because that Christmas video, as you guys know, I don't put it out until probably like somewhere in mid-January after the birthday bash video, which is going to take forever. But I do appreciate you guys, following me through the Christmas season, through all the holiday seasons. I realized I didn't have like as much Christmas coverage as I usually do. But, when it came to Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I feel like I really got a lot. So I think you'll be happy about that. I actually had Nani and my other grandmother come over for Christmas Eve. We had a nice little dinner together here at the house. And Nani saw Christmas Central again. And, we just kind of sat and talked and had pizza. And then on Christmas Day, we went over Nani's, as we usually do, and had a ham dinner. Ham and roast beef. It was also really good. Everything about Christmas Day was just spectacular. Again, without giving away too much, it had like the best of like so many Christmases, because it had that old-fashioned feeling of some of the past Christmases, with this Christmas village. It had kind of that nice tranquil feeling I was talking about. And then it had just kind of that childlike excitement of, getting the PlayStation and just the VR headset and just kind of being like, wow, this is awesome, and, wanting to play with our toys. Like, I even remember my dad and I both being like, oh man, it's like, as much as you want to go over Nani's, we really wanted to just play with the gifts. But, we went over Nani's. It was a lot of fun, which is also a throwback to pretty much every other Christmas. I was actually looking through some of my old Christmases. I just re-released a big whole bunch of them the day after Christmas, Christmas 2002, 3, and so on. And it's actually funny how little has changed. I was still in the family room back in 2002, kind of narrating everything, making little jokes, getting everybody excited as I opened my gifts, and that was nice to see, really, 16 years later, not much has changed in terms of Christmas. I still went over Nani's. I still opened my gifts with the same kind of youthful energy. It was a little depressing, not having Vinny there, not having some of the other people there. It was just myself and Nani and my parents, but it was still just a really great time. Those are obviously my parents and Nani are people that I'm very close with all year. And no better way to end the year than to have a big celebration with them. And there's some other stuff that I don't want to spoil that happened on Christmas 2018 that also referenced past Christmases. So, it's really interesting because I'm always talking about how Christmas kind of mimics the past and future, like how Christmas has all these different meanings and certain Christmases have different storylines. And this Christmas somehow had a combination of, I don't want to say all of them, but just a lot of them, just a lot of the things that happened. And it's to the point where this Christmas was so good, and it was Christmas Day that was so good, that I don't know where to rank the damn thing. Like, usually I'm like, this was the best Christmas, this was the second best Christmas. Like, I don't know where to rank this in terms of the decade, because right now I'm kind of trying to break things down as we head to the end of the 2010s decade. My favorite Christmases have always been 2012 and 2016 as far as the Christmases in this decade. Last year was also an honorable mention, but this year was just so awesome. Now, I don't know if I could put it at number one for the decade, but it's in that top three. It's right there. And it's just kind of weird because when I think of Christmas 2016, which I had talked about not too long ago, I think about the whole Christmas season. I think about the excitement leading up to it. It was really my first time setting up a Christmas Central of that magnitude. It was just a lot of fun. Getting gifts for everybody was fun. Just the whole thing all the way around. And Christmas Day 2016 was fun as well, but Christmas Day 2018 was just freaking sweet. And I don't know if that's going to be topped anytime soon. And that's kind of where I'm confused. It's like, do I just rank the Christmas Day itself, or do I rank the whole season? Because if I'm ranking the seasons, I think 2012 and 2016 had a better season. But in terms of Christmas days, I think Christmas 2018 might have been the best of the decade. Best since '09 even. I would even go so far as to say. It brought back so much of what is fun about Christmas. Not that it's ever been gone, but it just really reminded me of why I need Christmas, all the time. What's so great about Christmas? Why do I always think about Christmas? Well, it was for days like December 25th, 2018. It was for a day that just started with my parents and I waking up and opening gifts and just having a good laugh and talking and just relaxing. And then, like I said, playing with those gifts, which I know sounds a bit childish, but yes, even at my age, I like to unwrap my new games. I got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, played that for a little bit. Got a ton of games between my birthday and Christmas, and movies too, so I'm going to have a ton to do during these cold winter months coming up. But yeah, the PSVR really stole the show in that regard. And, going over Nani's is always a treat on Christmas. Hope we were able to bring her some Christmas joy. It seemed like she was happier. So, yeah, no, Christmas 2018 was incredible. One of the best, honestly. And not that like I said, I always expect every Christmas to be the best. Like, I never go into a Christmas going, well, this one's going to kind of blow. But this just really surpassed even my greatest expectations as far as Christmases go. This was that good, Christmas 2018. I can't wait to get the video out. While I won't get that video out for a while, I will try to get the Christmas Eve video out a little bit sooner, just because it's kind of a nice video. It's not too long. It doesn't have a lot of editing to it. It's just kind of my grandmother coming over and just a little bit of Christmassy type footage. I think that would be kind of a nice way to close out the year, the Christmas Eve footage. And then, of course, in January, I'm going to put on my birthday bash and then Christmas to 2018. So I'm hoping you're all looking forward to that. Like I said, just an amazing day, an amazing season. And, just another example of why this is the greatest holiday ever. No exceptions. Christmas is just amazing. I really do love it. And, always sad to see it go, but if it has to go, I'm glad it went like that. Like, that was just such a joy. Such a treat, honestly. It was just, and even the night before, just watching movies with the family and just everything about Christmas that I love in some way or form happened on December 24th and 25th. So I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas as well. You know, like I've said before, this is kind of a week to just reflect and just kind of enjoy what went right this year, which was quite a bit. I might do a rant like for New Year's where I talk more about that, but yes, this year was pretty cool at times, and Christmas 2018 was certainly a huge highlight of that, maybe the highlight. So anyway, stay tuned to Bobby Productions. We're going to slow down a little bit for the end of the year, but then in 2019 I'll start putting out all this end-year finale stuff, and we'll go from there. So have a great New Year's, great rest of the holiday season, what's left of it, which isn't much. And yeah, see you in the next video.